Recording in progress.
You can hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Your audio is also better from the iPhone.
Oh, really? And I was using a nice microphone, but I'll have it to pretend like it's working.
All the nice stuff, and it's just glitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio seems better too. Yeah,
Also, give it squatting.
like we're in a
Sprinkler box. Got this the
yeah,
rope in view.
yeah. Put that in view. Yep. Yeah. Perfect. We had standout players. Um,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we
and
can
I
go
just,
through that.
there's three that come to mind for me.
VAR, VAR, and
Yeah.
VAR. Okay.
VAR. And yeah. No, there's three, and one of them, I mean, I'm not, I've always been, of course, this man right here,
Yeah, he's our
CR7.
boy.
But I mean, let's start with the obvious. Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
I mean, 30, what's he, 39? Just turned 39.
I believe so.
I was not expecting this level of play from him, which I hate to say it. I do think they've had some assistance from the refs, don't get me wrong, but I am nothing but impressed with his level of play at his age and his ability to capitalize in every game.
Yeah,
Granted, they've had, I would argue, one of the easiest schedules of the whole tournament, especially for a big team. They hands down have the easiest schedule of any big team. Um, but it's still 39 years old. He's scored in every single game so far. What's he at? 8 goals?
seven. Yeah, 7 or 8, and he's the leading World Cup goal scorer now.
Leading, yeah, at 39 years old. He came in, scored a hat trick off the bat. So there's one. There's my number one. Um, yeah, I mean,
And I think
I don't
too.
want to talk about him, but I think we have to.
Yeah, and we can have a whole episode on the GOAT debate and what we think about that. I mean, most of it is just
Yeah,
who people emotionally prefer, but like I do think he's having a great, especially it's good for the MLS. I think number
yeah. I
one because he's been at Inter Miami 3 seasons now.
think this he's in his third. Which
And so
MLS
like
is weird. We're
so
halfway through it right now. It's not a break. Well, the mid-season break, but
yeah. So I think right off the bat I'm like that's great for MLS. That shows that you can do amazing things and still be an MLS player. And then um yeah, I think him being the top goal scorer now, I think his position lends itself well to like gracefully aging. And what I mean is like, look at Luka Modric. A lot of players I think that are kind of like a pass first player can actually continue to produce it at an older age. Whereas like in Ronaldo's disadvantage is like forwards have to be super fast, have to be able to head the ball high. Like the elements that make a good forward lend themselves more to like a
yeah,
younger player. And
yeah,
so I think like Messi does have an advantage there where he can kind of just be I mean, if he wanted to sit back, he could because his teammates are going to defend for him. And he can just be that guy who gets in, gets the ball, passes it through, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
he's still hustling into the box. He's still putting himself
He's
in
making
those
plays too.
positions and
He's
he's making
making
plays.
and he's making plays when there's no play to be made. I get the pass first. We got Luka Modric, who's excellent at that.
Yeah, sad to see him go. Let's be honest. There were a lot of like this World Cup hits hard for our generation because like these are
So
all our
many
stars.
yeah. And they're not all the same age. We've got a lot that are, but yeah, tons of players that are just big iconic players that like in my mind they're unreplaceable. And this
Yeah.
this is it. They're done. Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, Ronaldo. I mean the list goes on. Messi, but yeah, I mean
It's like
a
it makes
sad
it
World
sad
Cup.
because it's a combination of like it's watching our childhood, like the last element of our childhood, like is like officially done.
Yes.
And I feel for him too because a lot of them like I feel for Luka Modric because he's just like a class act. Like even after they got that goal taken away, he was shaking hands, congratulating, and like I mean,
Yeah.
that's his last World Cup, and he has led a Croatian team, I mean, to a finals. He's led them to a semifinals, and I think he can hold his head up high that he like absolutely led a Croatian team to like very high standards and accomplished punched above their belt every single time.
Yeah.
And honestly, even though we love Ronaldo and Portugal always underdelivers, it's just what they do. I think Croatia would have put up a better fight against Spain, and I think it would have been a better, more enjoyable match. Because let's be honest, that if we're ranking Mexico England as our best game, that Portugal Spain game was a snooze fest for 90 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Um,
So
yeah, it's tough. But I mean, yeah, it's tough to see these players go. But it's impressive, back to Messi to see what he's doing at this age. And it's hard for me because there's an element of me that wants to be proud that there's this last guy that's, he's not just playing and being a part of it. He is leading the team. He is the playmaker. He is the goal scorer. But I will, a part of me wants to fight against the people that just chime in and like, oh, he's the GOAT. I watched
yeah,
8 games in the last 4 years.
yeah.
Um,
I became a soccer fan last year. Messi's
yeah.
the GOAT.
Yeah. Oh, this is totally debate's over. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is great that you watch these. He's playing great, but
Yeah,
someone's got to stick up and be a voice of reason.
yeah.
So it's unfortunate I have to do that. I mean, yes, CR7 for forever, but
For life. I mean,
Messi's
he was
playing
our yeah. I mean, CR7 back when we would just watch him on Manchester United, like those were just peak times.
golden, and
And
it was the whole his last 3 years at Manchester United, and pretty much every Champions League game with Real Madrid.
yeah, absolutely.
That was the
Yeah, it was an era of just like pure just icons and legends on every single big team. And yeah, we could go on. We need to have a whole episode on nostalgia and CR7, but
yeah. We-
other
We'll we'll
stars
we'll have a
too.
player episode, but yeah, let's stick to the. I put three players here that kind of stood out, and I can be quicker on these other two, and then or you can go on the players.
Yeah,
Let's hear yours.
let me
You
give
go on yours,
so
and then I'll wrap it
yeah.
up.
So Holland and just Norway in general. Oh, we're slipping here. I mean, for Holland to have his first World Cup, and I think has he scored 7 goals?
He's scored 7 goals, and in every game he's played in,
Yeah,
he
and
missed
so
one.
I don't think there's been a player that's been able to come in and make that kind of an impact on a World Cup with his team, which I think a lot of people who don't watch a lot of international or like know the players on the team, like people be like, oh, Norway, they're not very good. But it's like, no, they're chock full of Bodo Glimt players who like destroyed Manchester City in the Champions League. Like
Yeah,
these players are no joke. They're very well coached, they're very well disciplined. So I would say like for me, Holland, Norway, and their goalkeeper had like a masterclass
yes,
against Brazil. Like blocking Bruno G, which I'm a Newcastle fan, that hurt just to see our skipper miss a PK that
yeah,
poorly. But at the same time, it was like, wow, like he like those kind of games are the ones you dream of. And he stepped up because he's a backup goalkeeper. He barely plays on, I think he's a backup keeper on Sevilla in La
yeah,
Liga.
yeah,
And so for him to step up and like dominate was just like so impressive. So yeah, their goalkeeper, Holland and Norway for me is just like a number
yeah.
two.
Yep. That's my number two on my list is Holland. So same reasons. First
Yep.
time player in World Cup, making not just an impact, but really carrying his team to where they're at. He's a runner up for the Golden Boot. He's a contender. First World Cup. I mean, the guy just he plays his position just about perfectly, as perfect as he can for any player. And it doesn't change no matter where he goes, which is what I like to see in a player. From Dortmund to
Yeah.
City and now to his international team. Doesn't matter the squad, the guy scores.
Yep.
So,
And he's got like no ego. He's so hard not to love, like
oh yeah, I
just
know.
his character. Like you wish he was almost like stuck up or rude or something, because then you'd have a reason to be mad. But like he's
Yeah.
so, if you
He's
watch
just
like
a
his
fun
YouTube or
guy.
just his
He's
interaction, he's
confident
just
and
a
he's
fun guy.
filled of, with confidence, but I wouldn't say
Yep.
he's got that talky ego, put people down.
No,
He's just fun. He's
he just
confident in
balls.
himself and he's a respectful player. It's what
Yeah.
you want to see in a player.
Yeah, when he first came to Manchester City, I'm like, oh, freaking Holland, dude. Like, and then the more I saw him and the more like his interactions, and then he,
Yeah.
he opened his YouTube channel, and it's just like, dude, this guy's he's just amazing. Like,
Yeah.
he's a good
Yeah.
guy, and he just like,
He's funny.
yeah, he's funny. He like, yeah, he's great.
His little head cock as he leaves the field and Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't not like Holland. He's
You can't not like the guy. And I think this World Cup's made him an even bigger star if that was possible.
yeah,
Like almost to the point where he's becoming like a cultural icon.
I agree.
So,
And past soccer, even in America, like people that don't play soccer are starting to know who Holland is.
right, right, exactly. And then I think let's round that out with who's another standout that did you have anyone that you wanted to?
I had someone else, but and it's someone else could say that there's other players. Don't get me wrong. This is not me saying these are my top three, but these are the three that I've paid attention to that stand out to me. I lost my screen here. Okay, here we're back. Um, Michael Olise with France.
Okay, yeah.
So real easy to say Mbappe, but the difference that I would say why I have Messi and Holland and not Mbappe on this list is because I think it's expected of Mbappe. He's
Yeah.
doing what is expected. So not a standout. Messi, yeah, people say he's the GOAT, but he's 39 and doing this. So standout for me.
Yeah.
Holland, first World Cup, and he's doing it. And everyone knows he scores goals, but
Well,
on
this is
Norway,
Elise's, right? This is Elise's first World Cup.
I think so. Yeah. And so, he's been a stellar player with Bayern Munich and has been killer. But to see his level of play on France, to see the plays he creates, how he
Yeah.
dominates the midfield, and he's aggressive with playmaking, it's France is good all around, but when I watch Olise get the ball on France,
You're
I
excited, yeah.
start thinking that there's no one that can beat this France squad. Of course, that's taken in consideration his support he has, Mbappe's incredible ability to score goals and be a threat up top. But you combine that with that trigger man of Olise behind him, playmaking, owning the midfield. It's he stand out for me, Michael Olise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, yeah, I do believe it's his first World Cup, and what a story arc he's had. I mean, he balled
yeah,
out on Chris. I mean, he's playing from Crystal Palace to now like a starter on France to a starter on Bayern Munich. Like he's having an amazing like progression. And
yeah,
I'd say too, like I was thinking about this today. I was like, if I could have anyone's player arc, so this is another one for me, but Granit Xhaka on Switzerland.
yeah. Okay.
Like so just like because he goes from Arsenal, he then goes to Bayern Leverkusen with Alonso, has
Yeah,
the invincible season there. Then he goes to Sunderland, where he takes them from promotion to European competition
yeah,
eligible. And
yeah.
then now he's with Switzerland and he's just taking them to the quarterfinals. I mean, the dude can't stop winning at just like soccer.
Everything. Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes anywhere.
And he's our age. I think he's 33 and or 34 now. And like he's like his soccer career is aging like fine wine. Like I can't like of all the other players, he's just continuing to and he himself is being pivotal in each of those teams. Like I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's just a member on those teams. No, he's the skipper on all of them, and he's like leading them with like he's the type of experienced world class player that could go to any Premier League team or
And make a difference.
and bring that experience to the locker room and like improve them immediately.
Yeah. Not just someone that fits in and plays the position well, but he makes the whole team better. I think something that, you highlighted was every team he's played for, they're playing in the big leagues. Switzerland plays in the big leagues. Leverkusen plays in the big leagues. Sunderland now plays in the big leagues. None of those teams are the big teams, yet he's had success on all of them.
Exactly.
And to do that outside of my wife turned off the light on me. Um, to do
Time's
that
up.
outside of the big teams in the big leagues and improve everywhere he goes. I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. You're right
Okay,
on
let's
that.
let's wrap up with our predictions of the quarterfinals.
Okay. I want to hear
So
yours first. You
okay,
go
let's
first. I'm
see.
scared,
All right, I'll
but I have
start
mine
with
written down so I can show it. And
I'll say with France Morocco.
yep.
Um, I'm gonna say that that's gonna be another hard match because of just like it seems like the players are getting leggy and they're tired and like it's hot out there.
Yep.
I'm thinking it's either gonna be like just a 1-0 match or it's gonna go I could see it going to like penalties because Morocco is just such a high tempo energy team. And I could see a game where Mbappe has a hard time scoring because their keeper Bono, he's a tournament keeper. Like he shows up for these tournaments, and I think he's gonna have if he has a great game. Like I think they're gonna have a hard time scoring, and it might frustrate them, and then they might draw back a little bit.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm gonna say 1-0 France or like penalties, but France winning. And then next, who's up after that?
we've got Spain, Belgium.
Spain, Belgium. I think that's going to be an exciting game because I think Spain is either going to break. So Spain's an interesting team. People are like, "Oh, Spain's so good," but if you look at their World Cup history, this was their first World Cup. So since 2010 when they won it, this their first knockout win was in this World Cup. So like they, if you've watched the World Cup like we have for multiple times, like they usually show up and go out with a whimper, like every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could easily see them um, just laying an egg this game, but I think they're going to win also, like 2-1. And then next up, we've got England. England, what?
England, Norway.
England, Norway. Yeah, I think Norway's going to put up a fight, but I think Brazil made the mistake of like playing defensively and counterattacking, which was just like shocking because they were so dangerous when they had the ball. I think England's going to beat them. I think it's going to be like 2-0. I don't think they're going to play around like Brazil did and be scared of them because
Yeah.
all the players on England know Holland. They know Odegaard, especially. Like, and I don't think they're intimidated like the Brazilians seem to be. And so I think they're going to take it to them. And I think they're going to win like 2-0. I think I'm pretty solid in that. If Norway score, it's going to be Holland. Like, if they go through, if the reason Norway will go through is if Holland again has another game like he did against Brazil, where he just has
Two
no touches
chances,
the whole
two
game.
goals.
And
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
Yep.
And then the last game, Switzerland, Argentina. FIFA's not going to let Argentina lose, but I'd love to see Switzerland win. So I'm going to say 2-1 Switzerland, like extra time goal or something where they
So
can't take it back. And like that would be epic too. But I understand that like FIFA need the ratings of a good final, so we'll make it happen.
okay,
Okay,
well,
your
I'll
turn.
start. We'll go in the same. We'll go in the same order. I'll go back up to France. So France, kind of along the same lines. I think Morocco's going to come out playing hard. Of course, I mean all the teams are coming out to play hard. Um, France, I'm hoping can keep. I hope it doesn't go to penalties or added time. I think it'll be a close game, but I hope that they show. And I'm not a France fan, but I am a fan of how well they play.
Hmm.
So I hope that they can show, even in a tough game against a tough Morocco team, that they can finish in regulation time. I think it'll be close. I'm saying 2-1 France.
Okay.
Spain, Belgium. That's the interesting one. I can't
Yeah.
remember. You had
That's kind of the wild part of all of
you
them.
had Spain winning.
Yeah.
So and this is I think I've got two upsets on my quarters. Yeah, quarterfinals. And this is one of them, Belgium. Again, I think Belgium's got nothing to lose. I think everyone's written them
True.
off and they don't
True.
teams they have a ton of potential. They've got good players. They showed how well they can play in against US. When they connected, they were threatening. I mean, we saw it in the first 10 minutes. We saw they've got players that know how to finish. Unlike, I mean, Lukaku, okay, I'll take it away from him. 2022, complete trash at finishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole reason they didn't move on was that Lukaku couldn't finish. This
Right.
World Cup is different. I'm seeing him do nothing but finish.
Hmm.
As well as they're a good team. They're not the best team out there. I think Spain should beat them, but I think Spain will crumble under the pressure. I think
Okay.
it's going to be a similar game. It's going to be head to head. I think Belgium may go up one, Spain may come back 1-1. I think Belgium will find another game winner late in the game, possibly out of time. Not a shootout, but 2-1 Belgium.
Okay.
Um,
And
and I and
like,
I kind of am hoping that I don't know. I'm not a big fan of all this craziness for Lamine Yamal.
yeah,
Fantastic player, love him. I love Williamson too. He's fantastic young player, but I don't know. There's something about Spain that just I don't like. I
same.
don't
Yeah.
like Spain.
I'm the same way.
But
And I think for the Spanish players too, going up against Courtois, like that means something as like a keeper. Like when you're going up against Real Madrid's keeper, who they all know very well,
Yep.
like
Yep.
that's in the back of their mind whenever they're going to shoot or go into the box.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that game. I'm hoping all these games are exciting. That's really all we can ask for. I think that's
Oh, I
what we
think they
need
will
at,
be. These
at
are all
this stage in the
blockbusters.
game. We need these to be nail biter games, all of them. So yeah, again, Belgium 2-1 late in the game. It's going to take the full 90 minutes and some with that.
Okay.
England, I think you're right on. I have the score as 3-1, and
Okay.
with the hopes that Holland scores because I love Holland, love
Yeah.
Erling Holland. I hope he gets a goal in, but I think England will exploit their. Norway's got. I think their range of players on the field is wide. They have world class players, and they've got players that can be exploited, and that's one thing I think England will tactically do. They will
Yeah.
have
Tuchel's not going to mess
tactics to do.
around.
And I think Norway's defense, they've got some big guys, but strategically and technically, I don't think can keep up with a team that knows how to play ball. I
Yeah.
think it scores, yeah, 3-1 England. I think Norway's had their run. England will exploit. I hope Holland gets a goal in just for Holland's sakes. But yeah, a 2 goal difference game. 3-1's my prediction there. Argentina, Switzerland. I have my upset here too. Switzerland
Nice.
going through. I don't want them to score a goal. Switzerland, I'm hoping they're going into this game with this mindset to just not let them score. Don't let
Yeah.
Messi score. Do not let Messi score. I want
Yeah.
Messi to go out his last
Yeah.
game scoreless. I want this run to end. He's had a great tournament.
Yeah.
He's impressed me, but I'm done with Argentina. One, I don't like. I don't think they're the most tasteful team. We can go into that. There could be a whole episode on Argentina on thoughts
Yeah.
on Argentina.
Yeah.
Um, but I hope their run ends. I hope it's a scoreless game, and Switzerland finds a late winner, 1-0 for Switzerland.
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
So I got France, Belgium, England, and Switzerland making it to the semifinals.
Sweet. Yeah, I think they're all going to be blockbusters. I
Yeah,
mean, all the games so far in the tournament, I think the only real dud has been Spain, Portugal.
yeah,
So I think we're in for a real treat. So we will circle back after
yeah.
the games. Maybe if some of them are
Games
crazy,
tomorrow. They start tomorrow.
yeah,
Maybe
maybe,
we can do a little, just we'll keep it quick after each
yeah,
game. Do a little 10-15 minute kind
yeah.
of hash
But
it out on the game per game, and then we'll do another session for the semis.
yep. And so this is our maiden voyage podcast episode number one.
Okay.
So thanks
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks to anyone who's going to watch this besides
Yeah.
ourselves. So
Hey, I know
we'll.
our boy's going to be watching this. He's tuning
He's
in.
watching
He's
down
going
from
to
a.
tune in.
That's right. Okay. Well, we'll see you later, man.
Okay. All right. On to the quarterfinals.
Let's
Here we
do it.
go. Okay. Bye bye.